Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only to find a way to win. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Pulls it in, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41, that's a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. He's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, North Carolina. The defense putting points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Wants to throw. It's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Turning it on. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, past the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big gain, but they've got it first and goal. The Noles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Touchdown, Noles! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches, that is awesome.
So North Carolina's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. The Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Bunch formation for these receivers. To throw, it's Applewhite. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. The Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw on third and short. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They wanted to get that ball to the outside quickly, and it just about went the other way. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Hawkins. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They're dealing with a second and long. Making side adjustments here. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He's got it at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Hill.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Seminoles are on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Hand off from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
Finds his big tight end. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Looking for a gap. It's Hawkins. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Lopez to pass. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Looking for room. It's Green. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. He's got the back in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to throw again. Working that left side now. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. snap in the shotgun. Into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. It's complete to the left.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The pull and throw off the RPO.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
To the air, it's Applewhite. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete on the right side. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He wants to change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires on the run. It's caught. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Lopez wants to fire. Gets rid of it. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Let's go. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Set, ready. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tar Heel. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Noles will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Lopez to pass. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Offense changing the play. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's complete to the right. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gives it on the option. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Noles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
Lopez wants to fire. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Catch in the middle. It's McNabb. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tar Heels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Finds his back in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Release to the back. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Pass interference.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They want to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's complete on the right side. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
North Carolina, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. The short hands, it's Hawkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Here's a heat. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. To pick up a 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Quickly complete. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. He's got him. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Great job by the back on the option. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Lopez to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab over the middle. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Gets drilled as he throws the big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quick completion on the out. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there. They're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lopez wants to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a big gain. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. It looks as if this game is going to be just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him.
There he goes. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Lopez to pass.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was paid.
And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Florida State.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Lopez wants to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Hawkins. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Ball down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Finds the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. All by himself. Touchdown, Knowles. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Applewhite. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Florida State. And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tar Heels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.